Hello, Radiant One, and welcome to today's video or inspiration. The inspiration for today's video came from the stillness within. As I sat this morning and I was, asking within, requiring or what to bring forth. Um, the the quote, "What is meant by love can be seen," arose. And at first, I wasn't sure that what it was for. I knew it was profound because there is such a deep resonance and such a deep truth in those words. But as I sat with it and really let it seep through my pores, I realized that that is what I wanted to bring into your space and our space today. So I'm sure that you've heard the phrase or the quote, blind fury or blind rage. But have you ever, really realized that that is actually what happens? You know, when we can get so triggered and so affected by external circumstances that we're propelled or fueled into this blind fury and blind rage, where our seeing, and not only our seeing, but our vision is being quote unquote removed or taken away, even though it's ourselves that are doing it. And so there is this deep source, this deep connection, this deep knowing that you have within you always. And for me and for others, that point is called love, or that is what I call love. And when you are able to meet whatever comes up for you, whether it be internally or externally in your life, whether it be personally or professionally, with love, then you're actually able to also see deeper. And in my experience, what happens as you expand and continually choose to be willing to see things through the eyes of quote unquote love, your seeing expands from being seen with your physical eyes into a vision, into an ability to see with your inner eye instead. And what that means is that you're able to I don't want to say detect, but you're able to connect with people on a completely different level, knowing that they will be seen and heard and met. There's such a deep resonance and such a deep satisfaction in being able to see beyond quote unquote the external appearances. And again, like I said, that goes whether it be in your personal life or it be in your professional life. One example in a professional life, if you have a business, is that is in terms of negotiations, where you can very easily make it into being a trigger for you that you are negotiating, and it can actually become very personal. However, if you're able to see, from the space of love within and expand your vision and come into the space where this is not about me taking something from you or you taking something from me, but it's actually a dance, then you raise it to a higher level. Now, as always, what I mean by what is meant by love can be seen is not an excuse to suppress or ignore any emotions of frustration or anger. Quite the contrary. Anger can be a very, very powerful tool or fuel for boundaries, for saying no, for sticking up for yourself, for saying yes to the right things, and so forth. So it's not about if you have those emotions that are rising. I call it holy anger because I see it as a powerful tool, really, in clearing yourself of that which is out of disc or out of resonance, and which is not in accord with your truth, with your values, with your real beliefs, with your core, really. So what I would invite you to do, if that's the case, if you know, if we, because we there are times when we find ourselves in those moments of anger and heated argument and so forth. However, I wanna encourage you and inspire you to perhaps look at that with love, and rather than bash yourself for being angry, acknowledge yourself for feeling your feelings, and maybe, yes, maybe there are times when it's out of place, and maybe you'll have to go back and apologize, and I know that I've had to, um, but it's important to start by acknowledging yourself, for being willing to see, and then meet yourself with love, even meeting that anger with love. um, yeah. So know that, that things that are met with love can be seen. Also means that you are, when you say that, or if you say that you're willing to see, that means that you're able to lift the veils. And there are times when I feel, and I know others do, but feel blinded, not by rage or anger, but simply unable, sensing that there is something deeper, but unable to see. And one of the things that I like to do in that case is simply ask, say, um, if you believe in God or whatever deity you believe in, you can say, please open my eyes so that I might see. Or, dear God, I am willing to see, please open my eyes. There are different ways of doing that. And then, quote unquote, letting it go. And what will happen is that eventually, it can be in a day or an hour or later, there will come a realization will happen, or an epiphany will happen, or a revelation will happen, where what you were unable to see before, you will now be able to see. And that is because you chose to come from a space of love, of being willing to see. So that is what I had for you today. I would love to hear from you how love has strengthened your vision and your seeing. And I would love to hear if you have any experiences of how it had served you in either your personal life or your professional life in your business. Take care. I love you.